It feels like every time you take one step forward, you get knocked 2 steps back. But even setbacks build strength. Keep pushing forward, no matter how many times you're pushed back, because it will be those very same steps that will enable you to rise stronger than ever before. That's if you don't allow whatever situation that you have endured or are enduring to cause bitterness to set in. Because when bitterness sets in, that's when you go from living to existing. That's when you go from thriving to only surviving. That's when you get up each and every single day of your life only looking to get through the day so that you can get to the end of the day and do whatever you want to. Never getting anything significant out of each and every day of your life. You begin to waste your life instead of making each and every single day count. Life is definitely challenging. And if you don't allow the undesirable things that occur in your life to break you, then it will surely make you into a better version of yourself. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, it will make you stronger if you allow it to. If you don't allow the bitterness to set in. Because there's this thing about whatever situation that you go through in your life, undesirable event that takes place in your life, it has an equivalent or a greater benefit within it. And no matter what, you have to stay focused on becoming the better version of yourself, because you owe it to yourself. We all know that life is short, and we all know that tomorrow is not promised. But yet we waste so much of our time and energy living in defeat, wallowing in self-pity, only just existing, hoping that someone will come and save us. Well, the only person that's going to come to save you is that individual that's looking right back at you in the mirror. You have to stop beating yourself up after a certain point. Here's what I do. I'm not perfect. I don't have it all figured out. I make mistakes just like the next man, just like the next human, you know? And so when something undesirable that I don't want to happen in my life occurs, I allow myself to feel those raw emotions. Only for a particular time. I allow myself to feel these raw emotions that come with having something that's unfortunate that happens to you. But after a certain time, I draw the line. I say to myself, okay, you have allowed yourself enough time to wallow in defeat, to wallow in self-pity. Now it's time to pick yourself up because time is ticking, tick tock, tick tock. Time is so precious. Be mindful of that. And so therefore, you have to look, I tell myself this, you have to look at whatever undesirable event that has happened and flip it. Use it to your advantage. I ask myself, how can I use this to make myself stronger? Then whatever ideas pop up in my head that will help me, that will enable me to become stronger, then I go with it. Say, for example, I get a flat tire. It's unfortunate. I don't want it to happen. I wish it didn't happen. But because it happened, I'm going to have to go ahead and change this flat tire. And what can I do? How can I view this in a way that's going to help me to become better? This unfortunate situation, how is this going to help me to become better? I'm going to have to change this flat tire. Well, instead of being angry about it, that it happened to me, I reframe it and look at it as though, hey, look, this is helping me to become better at dealing with undesirable events that take place in life. And so I do what I have to do, which is to change that flat tire and put the spare on and, go to a tire shop if it's open. And so that's how I handle a situation like that. But yeah, life is short. And you have to constantly reframe the way you look at undesirable events that take place in your life. Because the fact of the matter is this: undesirable events are going to take place in your life. There's no way around it. In a perfect world, we would have everything that we desired. We would have all of the money we would want to. We would have all of the vehicles that we would like. We would be able to travel anywhere that we would like. We would be able to work or not work anywhere that we would like. In a perfect world. But we all know that we don't live in a perfect world. We all know that we don't get to have things the way that we would like them all the time. Matter of fact, there would be more things that won't work out for you than the things that will work out for you. So you have to get to a point of accepting this fact of life. I just said this fact of life, and it made me think about the theme song for the show, The Facts of Life. With Blair and Tootie. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. But yeah, facts of life is that undesirable events will take place in our life. Monkey wrenches will be thrown into our plans. But how are we going to deal with them? How are we going to look at things? Perspective is everything. You look at it in a negative way, that's not only going to keep you knocked 2 steps back, and it's going to hold you back. It's going to cause you to live in defeat. But you have to be resilient. You have to be determined and move forward no matter what. No matter how many times you step back, because you're going to have this resilient spirit and determined spirit that's going to bring out the champion in you. And you will not settle for a lesser version of yourself, because you know that you owe it to yourself to evolve into becoming the best version of yourself. And you know the only way that this can be done is by enduring and going through discomfort. Because on the other side of that discomfort is a better version of yourself. We all owe it to ourselves to do better and be better so we can make our individual worlds better. If you like the words that I have shared in this video, then by all means, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. God bless.